everyone, Raymond Mhor, Kilted Prepper,
and Cynthia.
Cynthia, how's everybody doing tonight? So we're going to sit here and jibber jabber for a few moments and wait for some folks to come on into the room.
Mm-hmm. How can you tell when people are in the room?
See that little zero right there?
That means no one. Right, there's two.
There's two people in the room. Hey,
now can they hear us?
Can you guys hear us?
It's our microphone. And last week we had a nice talk and no one heard a word of it.
Nobody heard. Yeah,
we just jabbered anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter.
No. So do me a favor, can anybody hear us? Please give us a thumbs up or say something that you can hear us or something. Yeah, because last week we were talking for like a minute 45 and until someone said, hey, we can't hear you, bud.
I cannot see the comments from where with the camera. Can we?
Well, we can push the camera over here.
That's worse.
That's worse?
That's worse.
So
let's just put it back. There you go. I can see it right there. You can see the doors into the room. There.
Okay, there.
Now I can see.
Okay, Phoenix Allen says he can hear us.
Good.
Awesome.
Good deal.
So, good deal. Two people in the room. So awesome.
So what are we talking about tonight? Oh, wait a minute. We need to do your welcome. We forgot that last time.
How's everybody? Hey, folks, make sure that if you're new here and everyone, we really appreciate you being here, checking us out and everything. And make sure that you like, subscribe, and share, and then ring that little bell so that you know when we post new videos and go live like we're doing right now.
Right. Michael is on Facebook. It says Facebook user, but he's
hey,
Michael
Mike,
Morrison.
how you doing?
And this is another Facebook user, which we can't.
Yeah. But if you're watching on Facebook and everything, I put a link in to the description
for YouTube.
For YouTube.
Then we can see who you are.
Then we can see who you are. But we also get watch hours, which we're trying to hit the 4,000 mark. We're sitting at 2654, something like that. So we're working on getting our watch hours up and things. So it'd help us a lot if you're on Facebook to jump over on YouTube. But if you want to hang out on Facebook too, that's fine.
We just won't know who you are.
There's some people, this is Facebook users, so we don't know.
We know,
but we know Kathy. We can see Kathy, so you must be watching on our wall. So, but a lot of fun tonight. We are talking about building your own home pharmacy, drugstore, CVS, whatever it is, big giant medicine cabinet and stuff like that. So,
and some of the quirky things that you might not think about.
Some of the quirky things you may not even think about.
We tend to do quirky well.
Yeah, we do. We
do quirky well. If you can do it in excellence.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we're glad you're here, and we just love our community. We want to thank our community for being here and hanging out with us every Saturday night, 6 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel.
We're aging ourselves.
So, but just again, thank you so much. And let's see here. While we're waiting for folks to come on in, do me a favor. If you go get my books, I'm over on Amazon. Check me out, Raymond Mhor. And so it's just type in MHOR and I always pop up. But my books, Survive Becoming Store, The Poor Man's Guide. And this is a really good book. I'm going to start talking more about this here in the coming shows. Oops, I'm blocking my wonderful wife.
That's okay. You can block me.
But this is very good, very pertinent for today. And it's talking about how to survive an economic collapse. And
you think that's pertinent for today?
Yeah.
I would say so.
So
hey, Purdue alumnus. Okay, we don't know Purdue alumnus. Who that actually is.
If you're looking for home security and so forth, then this is personal security and home security. And I wrote this when I was living down in Central America. And down there, I can't own a gun. So I leveraged a lot of tools and weapons and so forth, not only for personal security, but big time home security, because theft down there was crazy. So if you're looking for some great home security tips and great stuff like that, this is also a very good book. And then if you're watching and you're a new prepper,
which
this
is
the quick start guide. Very thin, very easy, but to the point. And so I give a lot of great information in a very small book. So, but if you guys will buy these from Amazon and give me a 5-star review, what I'll do is send you a 7 gig thumb drive of my survival library. free of my gift to you. So if you do that, let me know so I can verify the comment, and then, private message me or something on Facebook or so forth. And I'll send you out a thumb drive. So
a lot of information on it.
Yep.
Like a lot of information
tons
on
of,
it.
Yeah,
Tons of
lots of
information.
PDFs, lots of manuals. I've got some videos, I got audio, I've got just, 7 gigs, but mostly manuals and PDFs and so forth. So tons and tons, lots of plans too. So if you're doing gardening, and I got a bunch of greenhouse plans and other plans, home smokers, and all this other stuff. So
That's
who do
cool.
we have in the room here? We have Kathy,
yes.
and we have
Phoenix, Michael Morrison,
Propagandaman
McLean.
Yeah, and then
that's
we have
a mouthful.
Purdue. Hey,
yeah,
Purdue.
Purdue alumnus. We don't know who went to Purdue.
Holly, how you doing? Holly Urbans and Patricia.
Pat Hagee. Yeah, it's one of my best friends here.
Yeah, so
she's ornery.
She definitely is.
Makes me laugh.
So, but again, tonight what we wanted to talk to you about is actually building and putting together a home drugstore, home pharmacy. What you want to do, the really best thing to have is being self-sufficient. So basically you turn yourself into your own grocery store, you turn yourself into your own pharmacy or drugstore and everything, so that you have everything on hand. And so if SHTF does happen, you're not running out there when the whole
and going to Walmart with
crazy
the rest
people,
of the world.
Yeah, really. And then trying to find stuff. I mean, just remember COVID and toilet paper.
Yeah, so, that's a good visual.
By having all this stuff, I don't know about you, we didn't have to worry about toilet paper. Yeah. Nope. Why? Because we had it on hand. We were prepared. But by having all these things on hand, you're able to basically avoid the sheeple masses. Because when everything goes down, it's the 95% of people, 90% of the people who are going, and actually you're reading it.
I was reading last night,
yeah,
and it floored me. I was reading, it said that it's the 80-20 rule. 20% of the people will make 80% of the posts and things. It also said that the typical American family does not have even 2 weeks of food in their house. Not even 2 weeks.
Insane.
Yeah, that just blew me away. I guess because I'm getting a prepper mindset now with you.
Yeah.
Before I used to have old Mother Hubbard's cupboard.
Yeah.
But
2 weeks. I mean, yeah, no.
2 weeks, not even 2 weeks worth.
So,
and that's what's like 90% of the population.
Yeah, 90%. So you don't want to be battling the masses and trying to get supplies and everything in a short amount of time, when the sheeple are just going crazy. Because again, you saw all those fights and everything in the
people
grocery
fighting
store
over
for toilet paper.
I mean, you need it, but still.
Yeah, but exactly. But that's what it's going to be like when things getting really bad. So the less that you are able to go out there and mingle among the crazies, the better. And so more that you have prepared here at your home or whatever is, means that you don't have to go out. So
on top of that too, so far as safety issues, if you get a cut, you're out in the back garden and you cut your finger, whether it's even a paper cut, how bad they hurt. If you get any kind of cut, you want to be prepared. You don't want to be running up to Walmart, with bleeding all over the place, because you don't have any way to stop that cut from bleeding. Exactly. And that's just a minor thing.
And those are some of the things that we're going to talk about tonight. But get moving here. What I wanted to show you is, this is what we have going on in our prep room. And I've put everything in little bins. Some of the stuff is disorganized, as you can see, but other stuff is very well organized. But I love these little plastic bins, because if there's anything that I need, I can instantly just grab a bin.
What's in each one of them.
I know which each one of them. So starting from left to right, the far left is cold and flu stuff. The middle one is for body aches, cuts, scrapes, so forth.
Body aches at our age? I think
the next one is for stomach ailments. And then our 7-year-old daughter, I have a whole tub dedicated just for her. And then finally there's stuff for me at the very far right, because I get allergies and all this other stuff. So But that's what we have going. And in fact, let me go back up here again. And
someday when I have time, I'm going to label all those.
Yeah,
for
we
you,
need to have
just
labels,
to make them look nice and pretty.
But you can see that I've got a first aid kit labeled. I have a cut kit labeled, and then I have things broken down into oral. I have things for eyes. I have a whole freaking tub of Q-tips. I mean, it's amazing,
it's amazing
how many
Q-tips
tips
we've accumulated,
definitely.
Cotton
and
balls.
Then soaps and cleaners and bug spray and fungicides and everything like that. So I've kind of turned this into my little drugstore. So anytime we need anything, then it's there. And so that's the goal, is kind of turning yourself into a drugstore so you're not running out the freaking Walmart all the time. So
everybody loves going to Walmart.
Oh yeah, really, going to Walmart.
Look at mine.
It's getting dangerous nowadays.
From
Walmart's getting crazy. I don't know if you guys haven't seen these pictures coming out of Philadelphia. My goodness,
I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, that's horrible.
I don't like going to Walmart because I spend too much. I see too many neat things that I don't need to buy.
Exactly.
So I prefer not to go into Walmart. And plus, it's nice for me to be able to say, Raymond, Sarah needs some more cold medicine, and he runs down and gets it.
Yeah.
And then we put it back on our list to replace it. Next time we go to the store, we instantly replace it.
Yeah. So we always keep a running list going. So anytime we do pull from our inventory, we then just replace and everything. So we always have backups of backups. Remember the 2 is 3 rule, or 3 is 2 rule, 2 is 1 rule.
What is 3 is 2 rule?
3 is 2 rule, being by having 3 on hand actually means you only have 2 because you're using one.
Using one.
So by having 3 is 2 rule, you're able to always have backups. And then when you start getting down, oh, hey, I need to reorder. I need to go get some more. I need to resupply, so forth and so on. And it's the same thing we do with our food preps as well, which has greatly reduced our grocery bill in a big way.
Our poor dogs are waiting for us to go to Walmart to get them some new chew bones. We just don't go like we used to. We don't go at all like we used to.
Yeah, we don't.
Do.
So
it's been really nice.
And all we do is just replace. And our grocery bill has been averaging about $125, $150, unless there's some really cool sales that I can stock up on, like SpaghettiOs or something like that.
SpaghettiOs.
But our grocery bills have gone down quite a bit, and so by doing all these things, these are investments, because like it or not, inflation is here to stay, and prices are going to continue to go up. So why not buy low right now, and not having to then go out later and spend maybe double or triple the price. So
we were talking last night too. We were talking about deodorants.
Yeah.
And he does the grocery shopping, so I haven't been to Walmart in forever. And he said his deodorant costs $7.50. And I'm like, what? So I looked at I went on Target, looked at my deodorant, and it was like $8 for one spray can of deodorant. And I was thinking, $3.23.
Yeah.
What it was the last time I bought it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was floored. I think I need to go grocery shopping more often with you and see what's.
Michael Eversley, he's asking if that's what we spend per month. No, that's about what we spend about every 10 days, every 2 weeks, in groceries, because our grocery store is our pantry. And the thing is, you buy what you eat.
Yep.
And so we always are just eating off of it, but we always we're very religious about replacing what we're pulling. So
and we also have 4 dogs, and I mean, if you have priced dog chew bones, they're like what, $13 for 5 of them?
Oh, heavens, right? Yeah,
or $20 for 5 of them?
No, $11 for the nice chew bones.
Yeah, the ones they like so well.
Right now they're on sale for $10 for 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
and they can go.
But still,
it adds up pretty quick.
It adds up
when you have
our
4
dogs.
Our dogs are probably our dogs. Our dogs get filtered water.
Yeah,
I drink out of the tap. The dogs get filtered water. And then I went into our bathroom the other day, and our big dog Scooby is standing there drinking out of our toilet. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dog, you got filtered water in the kitchen. But he wanted to drink out of the toilet.
Yeah. Someone's asked, Facebook user asked, what clan is that badge? That is the Real Men Wear Kilts badge. And we also run a rather large Facebook group called Real Men Wear Kilts. We've got over 23,000 members.
I think we're getting close to 24,000.
And so this is our official clan badge.
And there's a little logo right up here. This is the logo for it.
Check us out if you're on Facebook. You know, Real Men Wear Kilts. And
it's a fun group. It's a very, very positive, fun group of people.
Yep. Because I'm the Kilted Prepper.
Yep. So, I'm Cynthia.
And Cynthia. It says I bought 10 packs of Nathan.
I love
hot dogs
Nathan
at
hot
the local store
dogs.
for $2.40. That is
That's a good
great
buy.
price. And see, that is some of the things that I'm trying to cover with y'all and everything. Really shop sales.
That's
and
smart. 10. We got 10 of them.
10
when
of
they
them.
were on.
Yeah. That's 10 meals. Or if you're
more.
if you're a single person, that's maybe 2 meals. So by that's all I do now is I just shop sales. And if I have to go to Lion King, because we get the coupons in the mail and all that other junk, and so if I have to go to Lion King, go to Lion King. Primarily, I hang out at Kroger's.
You still have to go to Aldi's.
Yeah, and we haven't.
We have got to get to Aldi's.
We haven't checked out Aldi's yet.
Michael says he doesn't have any dogs. He's got one lady cat and one bunny. Oh, I'd like to have a bunny.
So
the last thing we need is one more animal.
But this is what we've got going in our pantry. This is how it's somewhat organized. And so this is basically our drugstore. And I'm always adding to it. I'm always finding new things and everything. The biggest thing is that our daughter is always coming down with sniffles and everything. Anytime there's some break or holiday or something like that, and she goes back to school, she brings home some stinking crud. And so we tend to have a lot of crud meds on hand, or kid crud meds.
But she also has allergies.
And she has
like
allergies.
you. I can tell when she has allergies, you're going to be blossoming.
I've got allergies.
Same allergies.
Too. So what is your suggestion?
Okay, I have my first choice for your first aid kit. And this is cool stuff. And I was reading today, they said you could use super glue. But I don't really think I want to put super glue if I have a cut. It's just to close the cut up. And I found this surgical, it's a veterinarian surgical glue, which is safe for people to use also. What was it? It was like $20 a tube or something, but it's going to last forever. And if you get a cut, you put it on there, you hold the skin together like you would with super glue, and it binds it. Also is liquid bandage is one. Like that, because there are times when you're going to get a cut and you need to get that thing closed up. Especially if it's a bad cut.
That's what I did here. This is a cut that I did with one of my brand new cold steel knives. I'm mucking around with it, flicking it open, doing a one-handed close, and I did a one-handed close right on my finger, and it basically chopped the tip off, or chopped really into it. And
you super glued it, didn't you?
I went to the doctor's and emergency because I couldn't get it stopped bleeding. I didn't think about super glue at that time, and I was being dumb. And so the doctor used surgical super glue basically to close it up. And I was like, dang, doc, is that all you did?
Yeah,
I could have done it myself.
It also said if you have stitches taken out and your skin starts to pull, you can use, this veterinarian, or I would prefer to use something that was a sterile from veterinarian versus super glue on me, but I just don't want all those chemicals.
True.
Super glue.
True.
So that was my first item that I think should be which we have in our medicine cabinet.
Medicine cabinet. My thing here, I'm going to be doing some show and tell tonight, is this is a common old everyday, family first aid kit. But what I have done is I've augmented it. And so I've got, more Band-Aids. I got vet tape.
And why do you have a vet tape?
Vet tape is great.
Why are you using that? Because I love vet tape.
Vet tape is great, and it's super inexpensive on Amazon. You get something like 12 rolls for like $10. But it doesn't stick to your skin. It doesn't stick to hair. And I just use this stuff anytime there's cuts or anything. It's self-sticking. It's stretchy, so it'll wrap really well. And it's just a great item to have.
It doesn't pull your hair off.
Doesn't pull your hair off.
Not like regular tape. And you're not allergic to it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very allergic to tape.
Vet tape is a wonderful, wonderful investment. And so other things I've put in here is, I got some shears. I think Alka-Seltzer is like the greatest medicine in the world. So I've added some of that.
I can't do
then let's see, Zyrtec, because I got allergies and everything. And then Melagel, which is great for
It's,
scrapes, cuts.
it's like a
And
triple antibiotic kind of thing,
this
isn't it?
is not a
Without
triple
chemicals.
antibiotic. This is, basically for scrapes and cuts and everything. And it's, it's basically, it's very healthy, non-chemical and everything.
We're getting rid of chemicals in our
house.
We're
working hard at getting chemicals. But again, Neosporin, scissors, Tylenol, all kinds of things like that. But I show this to you because a lot of times these family first aid kits are basically crappy, and they just have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I always believe in
fizz, fizz.
Kick them up a notch and really make them usable. And again, nice kit. You got a little handle here.
Well, the nice thing about it is when we travel, he throws it in the back of the car.
Yeah.
So it's a great
kit too. Great go-to kit and everything. But these are really inexpensive. It's a great way to get started on just a quick family. I keep this one in the kitchen because this is where we always get the cuts and scrapes and our daughter and all that other stuff. So it's I've really geared it for just basic first aid. So
yeah. And our little girl is she does not have a high pain tolerance. So anytime there's need for a Band-Aid, that's like a big deal.
Yeah.
To have a Band-Aid for her.
Yeah. So kids are all, she's always needing,
I need a Band-Aid. I scrape my finger.
We're
trying to toughen the child up.
Suck it up, buttercup.
Toughen her up a little bit.
So
Cynthia, what's my next
your
one?
Next one here is, let's see here.
These are sanitizing wipes, which most people don't think about putting those into a first aid kit or when you're out driving, traveling. A lot of mine is for when you're traveling, because if you cut yourself or whatever and you want to clean it quickly, these sanitizing wipes have the properties in them will clean the cut and also clean the area around it. So if it's dirty, it's going to clean the area around it too. And it's better than dumping on the stuff the gel that goes all over everywhere. This is just a nice little washcloth, wipes it right off and wipes all the dirt off.
Good.
I know those because we have a little daughter too that goes out and is always getting boo-boos on herself. Yep. So that's something. And let's say I was reading all these different things about first aid kits today, and they said a lot of people don't think to put sanitizing hand wipes or sanitizer into their first aid kits. Yeah. But it's a real quick way to sanitize when you've got a cut or a bobo you've scraped yourself.
Another thing is they sell these small spray bottles of
is it
Bactine or hydrogen peroxide. For Sarah, we have Bactine.
Otherwise,
everything she thinks it burns, and the bubbles freak her out, and so we use Bactine.
I love putting peroxide on a cut. I love to watch it bubble. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, kind of freaks her out. So, but my next thing, and I'm going to share this. You saw it in my picture, but this is my cut kit, and I actually have several of these around the house, because you never know when things are going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. But I call it my cut kit, but it's also a blowout kit. And a number of things. First and foremost, if you're looking at just getting a quick down and dirty cut kit, stop bleed kit, this is about $25. It's a trauma pack. It has quick clot in it. It basically has everything that you need to get the bleeding to stop quickly. The bleeding.
And get to the doctor.
I have one of these in here just for that case. If something's really going on, I can grab my cut kit and then just rip this puppy open and get it going. Other things I have here.
Paula liked my cut. The surgical glue is a great idea. She just ordered some. That's wonderful.
Cool. Thank you.
That's good.
This is stop bleed, and it comes in little tubes. And it's got the stop bleed powder in it. So you just crank it open, pop it, spray it on, and it will, help cauterize and help,
The main thing is you want to get the bleeding stopped.
Yeah, stop the bleeding.
Stop the bleeding until you can get to an ER.
Yeah. Then also I have a compression bandage. This is an Israeli compression bandage, and it has something about what you want with the Israeli bandage versus a regular bandage is that this has a stop bleed or quick clot actually impregnated in the bandage. So it will actually help this. And so there's a lot of different uses that you can use this for, but I think everybody needs to have one of these. These are the greatest things in the world. Military tourniquet. And again, all these things, I was able to put together 3 cut kits for around $50. And so you order these, you know, like you get
They come like a pack of 3.
Yeah, pack of 3 tourniquets, and it was like $12 or something. But wound seal, that was these little tubes, but wound seal or quick clot, basically. And then I have.
You think you cut yourself a lot with all this?
I do.
I don't cut.
I play with knives too much, knives and swords and sharp, pointy, stabby things.
Yeah.
But betadine,
Betadine's a big one.
So, and this is inexpensive. You can get like a box of 4 or a box of 6 for, again, $10.
Amazon.
Amazon.
What else?
You know, I've got super glue.
Yeah.
So
I want the best stuff.
I like the
sanitary.
The Gorilla Glue super glue is what I, you know, for any cuts and everything. This is something to have. And then
I'm with Paula. I want the.
I have some. Also, what I have is a burn dressing and allicane. These are both for burns as well. And then another thing, and I know this is very controversial, but there's just so many people that were over in Iraq and everything swore by these. These are you need to show them what tampons. These are tampons. And so you have small, medium, large tampons. A small tampon is basically for a 22, 380. A medium tampon is for a 9 mil, and a large tampon.
So if somebody accidentally got
45.
Shot.
And so, yeah, because this was also my quote unquote blowout kit. Now, I know there's people out there, oh, you don't want to use tampons to stop bleeding. But you know what? Guys in Iraq used them, and it helped. The key is it going to completely stop the bleeding? No. It'll help you get to the first aid or the hospital or something. It will stop something, and it's better than nothing. And so I always do have some tampons in here, and then just a good pair of medical shears, and just, you know, good stuff. But this is my cut kit / blowout kit. And again, I have that tape in here and some other tape, and I've got some bandage and other things too.
So if you get cut, you have it right there.
I have everything all
you need
right here.
Until you can get to the ER.
Yeah, exactly. If it's that bad. Otherwise, super glue does it all, man. So, but, and then if it's a quick emergency or something, these are really worth it. It's worth buying these, put them in your car, put them in your garage. Like I said, I've got several cut kits all over the house. Got one in the garage, we got one in the pantry, and we got one in the kitchen. And so they're just good to have. But
well, it's good to be prepared like that.
Yeah.
I know it's what the whole thing is about, but it gives me peace of mind.
But I was able to assemble these cut kits minus the trauma pack. Minus the trauma pack. The trauma pack is about $25, but everything else in my cut kit was about $50, and I was able to make 3 cut kits. So
that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Heather's on, Ellen's on.
And I've got some links in the description of where I got them and all that.
I'm saying hi to people right now.
Okay. Hey, Heather.
Heather's up in Wisconsin.
Ellen. Hey,
hi,
Holly.
Ellen.
Hey, Michael. Hey, Facebook user. Hey, Paula. So.
Okay, my next one.
Your next one.
It's my number 3.
This is hers. So
this one is, of course, duct tape. Everybody needs to have duct tape because duct tape is for everything. And of course, you can see my duct tape has cute little kitty cats on it. So, you know, for a woman, I don't want the gray shiny gorilla tape. I like just, you can get them anywhere. You can get them at Michael's, you can get them at Hobby Lobby, but duct tape is good for any kind. If you need a tourniquet, if you just need, really, what can't you use duct tape on? We watched Naked and Afraid, and one of the guys on Naked and Afraid bought duct tape as one of his 2 items.
Yeah, duct tape man.
Yeah, and then one of the girls did too, but she wanted to make a bikini out of it, so that didn't really count. But duct tape is just great, and that's something that is good to have anytime. Yeah. Whether you're gardening, if you get hurt gardening, or I just think, and I thought the little kitty cats was kind of cute.
Yeah.
Not one you would probably.
Heather says, I like the T-Rex tape.
Yeah, it's serious stuff.
Well, hers are little kitty cats.
Mine's little kitty cats. Heather says, I worked at the Big W years ago, and there was a coupon for $1 off a certain brand of bandage. They were $1, so free. Good. She got about 100 boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got 20 left because she's got kids.
But that's the key.
That's smart, Heather.
Is
when you see it.
When you see these sales, I mean, rack up on. I remember there was some not Denny Moore, but who's the sausage country singer does the sausage.
Oh,
Jimmy.
Oh, is it Jimmy Dean?
Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean sausage.
the Kroger's had them on sale after Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
and I guess nobody bought sausage because they were selling them for $1 a tube. And so
How
there
many
were
did you buy? Like 20 of them?
20 of them or something like that. And then
And
I
we
went
use
back the
them.
next day and I got another 20.
Mhm.
So
Just like our dollar SpaghettiOs
SpaghettiOs, same thing. So
Mhm.
when you see something on a really, really
that you
good
really like to
sale,
eat.
stock up on it, man. Who
Mm.
cares what you look like going through the checkout stand or something? Stock up on them because, you know, again, food and these sort of items
Mhm.
are tangible assets and they are great investments.
Mhm.
So
That was something that I had a hard time coming to grips with when I first met him, was looking at food as an investment, because I didn't know anything about prepping. I knew nothing about any of this, and I'm learning slowly as the years go
mhm,
by. But he would kept saying, you know, you have to look at food as an investment, and I
mhm,
just couldn't really get my mind around that,
mhm,
because I always thought, you know, if you're going to invest in something, you're going to buy something tangible that you could use, but not food.
mhm,
But now that I have come to understand that, you know, when things do ever hit the fan, which
mhm,
eventually they will with everything that's going on,
mhm.
we do have our families taken care of.
Yeah,
And there's real peace. Women do really well with security.
yeah,
We have a real need for security.
yeah,
It's something that's innate in a woman.
yeah,
And I feel very secure knowing that if something was to happen, we can feed, you
yeah.
know, he's taking care of it. So none of us will go hungry.
Mhm. So
So
that's what. So is it my turn
it's your turn,
now?
because I did my cute little kitty duct
You
tape.
can do yeah, make butterfly stitches and duct tape also. So
What is a butterfly?
a
Michael knows a
butterfly
lot about
a
this.
butterfly stitch is where you take tape and you kind of cut out the middles so
Okay.
it's a little strip. And so you got sticky here, sticky there, but nothing here.
Uh-huh.
So you stick one part, pull the skin
Pull the skin
together,
together, like
and
what they do with the
yeah,
doctors do that after
yeah, those are
surgeries and
butterfly
stuff. Okay, I
stitches.
understand.
And so a lot of people are able to just make their own butterfly stitches and things.
Yeah, that's smart. And Frontier Survival just said hello,
Hello,
everyone.
Frontier Survival. My next thing, and my oxygen meter, I think, is upstairs. So it's in my other medicine cabinet. We got medicine cabinets. So I've got an upstairs medicine cabinet. We have our
Yeah,
downstairs
he's real
medicine
big
cabinet.
on that.
So, but my things that I got is I think everybody needs a stethoscope. Everybody needs an oxygen.
Yes, that's very important.
You know, that really came in handy during COVID times,
hmm
and they're rather
When
inexpensive.
he used it a lot after I had my heart attack.
Yeah,
You were
I
always
was
checking my
always checking her oxygen levels and
And even with
everything.
Sarah, when she gets sick, we stick it on her finger and make sure that if she has crud or whatever, make sure she's getting, and they're not very expensive.
No, they're not.
We got it on Amazon, I
Yeah.
think.
So, and other things is a basic surgical kit.
Mhm.
Now, what I've also added is some surgical needles. And again, a lot of this stuff isn't sanitary or anything. I'll clean it all when I really need it. But the thing is, I've got them.
Yeah,
And
you don't have to go searching for
I
it.
don't have to go searching for them. It's all in my surgical kit or medical kit here. But something like this runs 15 all the way up as high as you want.
As high as you want to go.
But I want to say I bought this for like $15-20 on Amazon. And I've used it in the past and everything, primarily the scissors and the tweezers and and so forth. But it was funny. Remember when Sarah was really sick one time, and so I put the oxygen reader on her, and I was listening to her heart.
Oximeter.
Thank you.
Oxypulse meter.
Yeah, thank you. Oxypulse meter. Thank you, Michael. And checking that and listening to her heart and all this. It's like, Daddy, are you a doctor?
He said, no, I just play one on TV.
So yeah,
So that's going to date you right there if you know that.
But so having these items on hand and then just watching videos over time, and so you know what to listen to or how to use them and everything. These are just really good medical equipment, and again, medical equipment.
And Michael was saying a blood pressure cuff.
I've got a blood pressure. We have several blood
too.
pressure cuffs going on and everything. I've got one for the wrist. I got one for the arm and things. I just didn't want to. I have a little small table right here, so I don't want to drag all this gear out and.
And I just got a new Fitbit. I haven't had a chance to even charge it yet, but it tells you your blood pressure also off of the Fitbit. It tells you your sleep, your blood pressure, your heart rate. I mean, all these. It's just amazing. I love technology. I just love it.
Well, that's what I've got here. This thing's
Oh.
great. Let's see if I can do it. I've got a stress test here. Yeah, where is my? I can test my pulse and everything. So it's 89 right now. So you can sit here and test it. And
isn't that high?
Huh?
Isn't 89 high?
Well, no, not really.
No?
For
Okay.
resting and everything. But you can sit here and test it. And this is my Samsung watch, and it plugs right into my Samsung phone. And I'm sure the Apple does it. It says 102. It's because I'm all excited. I'm being all animated. But
Katie said keep an eye out at Aldi because they have pulse
oximeters.
Yeah, sometimes, and they're really cheap when they have them. We'll have to do that.
Yeah,
because they're just good to have.
They were really good to have especially during COVID and things. So, COVID.
Yep. Casper the Friendly Pepper. If you're a diabetic, stock up on strips and batteries for the meter. That's another good, very good.
Yep. Which I do. I have a blood sugar meter. So I'm borderline T2. So sometimes I jump in, sometimes I jump out. I think my A1C right now is like 5.5 or something like that. So, but what's your next one?
Let me see.
Let's see. Da, 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 da.
Da, da, da. This one is one that I thought was interesting. And mostly this one is for travel, a solar phone charger. And what I was thinking of is when I was a kid, we traveled everywhere. My dad worked for Shell Oil, and every time he got promoted, we had to drive across the country. And I can remember as a kid driving across the desert. And back then, there were no cell phones. There was nothing like that. And I was thinking, if you're out in a desert or if you're not by people and your car dies, therefore your battery doesn't work. I know when my car is turned off, it won't charge my phone.
Yeah.
And so this way, if you're running low on battery power on your phone and your car isn't working, this way you can plug it into this little battery pack and have enough energy to be able to call 911 or call whoever you want. It's just a good backup because you never know when those things are going to happen.
Oh, definitely.
Never know.
Michael said, I got a blood pressure kit and medical supplies from
the
VA.
VA.
That's
a
very
good
cool.
idea.
Michael Sykes, how you doing?
Well, Michael, this segment 5-star review.
Thank you. And received April 5th. Good read and some great stuff in there. We'll reread. Thank you so much, Michael. Do me a favor, Michael, and private message me on Facebook or something. I would like to thank you for doing that. And I'm going to do that by sending you a 7-gig thumb drive.
Full of information. Information. So that's mine. That is mine. And I think it's a great idea.
No.
We have one, in fact. Sarah uses it for her Kindle when she runs the power out. So we always keep it charged. And when we go anywhere in the car, we bring it with.
I always have it with me. The other thing, and this is something that I really like alternative medicine. And in fact, this is a great book.
It's a big book.
It's a big one. It's Time Life. And it's alternative and conventional treatments. I mean, just look at the thickness of it. And this is really great. And they really do go into great detail. Let's see if we can see some pictures here.
It's all alphabetical.
All alphabetical, so you can look it up and everything. But I really like alternative medicines and things. And I say all that because I like essential oils. I'm big on essential oils. I truly believe in them, and learning how to use them is a great thing. You got toothache or something like that, clove oil works great. This is somewhat thieves oil. This is myrrh. You can use that for a number of different things. Oregano or oregano oil. And then citronella. Citronella is great for keeping bugs away. Mosquito
Can you just
bites.
put that on your body and the mosquitoes don't come near you?
Actually,
like,
you can.
Actually,
you can put this on your body.
And it's a natural product, so you're not putting.
Yeah.
Rather than spraying
yourself with a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah. If I can't pronounce it, I don't want it on me anymore.
Yeah.
Michael has an Ollie's near them.
Oh, cool.
Ollie's is great. We have an Ollie's here too. That's a great place.
But I love my essential oils, and I use them all the time. And this is just, these are actually my extras.
Read Katie's. This is great.
Katie, I have a jump battery that is smaller maybe than 9x13 that will jump your car or charge anything in USB. Yes, those are great. I've seen those before. Those are super, super good. Yeah,
that's really good to charge your car. So if you don't,
you can they plug right into the cigarette lighter, and if you have a cigarette lighter, true, and you're able to jump your vehicle.
You know, thinking about that big book you have, it was like, why do you need a big book like that when you can Google it? But if the internet goes down, you have nothing.
Yeah, you have nothing.
You have nothing. This way you have, and that's the whole thing. I like having a book. I really like reading out of a book so I can touch it, feel it, highlight it.
Well, you know, this is you kind of do a good segue, so I'm going to jump ahead.
This is my segue.
I'm going to jump ahead of her.
That's all right.
And
this is a great book.
Some of my medical books is Where There Is No Dentist, and then there's also Where There Is No Women, where women have no doctor. And then there's the famous one is Where There Is No Doctor.
There is also one Where There Is No Veterinarian.
Yeah.
For if you need to treat your animals.
I've got that one also. I can't find my Where There Is No Doctor or Where There's No Vet. You should see my bookcase over there.
But it's really good information. So if you don't have the resources how to treat, whether it's a hurt dog or hurt cat, I have a friend that lives close here, and she puts on trainings for veterinarians to get their skills so they can go on the mission field. And that's one of the books that she always has them buy to take with them, is because there is so much information in it, because they don't have veterinary hospitals over in third world countries like we do. So, in the same way with the doctor book.
Yep.
And Where There Is No Dentist. I mean, you have a bad tooth. That's a bad deal.
Yeah. And kind of rolling with the bad tooth and everything, usually the bad tooth, you need something like this. And I love Joe's book here, Doc Bones.
He's going to be at the conference, isn't he?
And hopefully I'll be able to do an interview with him and Nurse Amy. I've known them for years, but Doc this is probably one of the best antibiotic books out there. Highly recommend getting it. And then if your fish or dogs or anything have any problems that they might need antibiotics, wink, wink, maybe you should get some of those right now. And Doc talks all about them. So this is a great book. Okay. And then also this is the original survival hand medicine. Shows you how long I've known them and everything. But but books are great. I'm all about books, and because exactly what Cynthia said. Electric goes out, internet goes out, or anything like that. Now, what I have done, and I have it right over there, my Kindle, is my 7 gig hard drive, my thumb drive. I have all those files and everything on a little, gig drive that I just stick right into my Kindle. And I now have all of my files and everything like that. So anybody who gives me a 5-star review for any of my books, contact me. Let me know. Let me verify it and send me your mailing address, and I will get you my 7 gig survival library.
So Purdue alumnus got the book with the soap and the jump drive. So that's
he got my
no, this is a woman.
She got the book with the jump drive. So she ordered that with my jump drive. And so that was a special that I had going on a little while ago.
And as I love essential oils and I'm studying herbs, by the way, Kilted Pepper, maybe get me the Mhor clan badge. I never got the Ferguson badge.
I have a Mhor clan badge for myself, but this is my Real Men Wear Kilts clan badge. And I probably bring some of these if you come to the North Carolina or Ohio event. I may bring some of these, and so
you run them for sale every so often, don't you?
Every once in a while on Real Men and everything like that. I would like to actually make a Kilted Prepper clan badge.
I think that'd be cool.
So, but all this stuff out of the way here.
You do have a lot of stuff.
I got a lot of stuff over there. But let's see, your next one here. Let's see, is Miss Cynthia's.
And speaking of Raymond Wear Kilts, this is something that you need to have either like when you're traveling, or if you need a towel quickly, or keep an old t-shirt, of course, have it clean. But if you need something that you're going to wrap or whatever, you need something you can grab quickly, wrap the cut or the wound, or if someone is, seriously cut, wrap it to get them to the doctor. If you have this with the duct tape, you're in
vet tape,
or the vet stuff or whatever. But it's something you don't think about. And the t-shirts, the reason for the t-shirt is because they are soft. They've been washed, especially an old one. You wash it 100,000 times. They're soft. You can't wear it anymore. He does, but it's like, really gonna wear that?
Yes,
but
I love my old t-shirt.
Some of his old t-shirts are like, can this t-shirt go away? And he's like, no, I've had that for 25 years. I'm like, I don't own anything from 25 years ago.
Yeah.
But they're soft. They're worn. They're soft, and they're very flexible. You can get them around the cut or the gash or whatever, or even a broken bone. I know when our little golden doodle fell off the bed, we'd had him for 2 weeks, and he fell off the bed, which made me just think about that. The first thing that Raymond did was he broke his back leg. Yeah. And first thing he did was he got the vet tape, and he grabbed the vet tape, immediately wrapped the dog's leg, and we ran out the door to go to the vet with him. But had he, same thing, had he had a cut or anything else, you could use that old t-shirt. Yeah. And the Grinch is on. Hi,
hey,
Grinch.
Grinch, how you doing, bud? Michael picked up 100-count antibacterial wet wipes by the case for 99 cents. Great job. And again, this is what you want to do when you see really, really good sales. Get them. Yeah. Now, here's a tip for you. Look into tongue depressors, sutures, med kits, things like that. Look for medical student supplies, because what happens is that the hospitals, believe it or not, needles have an expiration point or date, and so they have to get rid of them. And what they do is they sell them to wholesalers, who then use them and sell them to students. So you can get student suture kits and all these other things for medical students, and they're basically great. They're just expired. I mean, how does a piece of steel expire? I don't know. But
for SHTF, how does a tongue depressor expire?
How does a tongue depressor expire? Yeah, so there's a lot of med kit stuff that you can get off of Amazon. Just type in medical student study supplies or something on Amazon, and you'll just see all this stuff, and it's inexpensive. And so, yeah, pick up that while you can and get that, so you build a really good med kit and everything. They even have the rubbery silicone practice blocks, so that you can learn to suture and tie knots and do all that.
That's really cool.
But yeah, look at
without the person screaming in pain with blood gushing.
Yeah, medical student kits are and stuff. So
how do you know all these things?
Okay, it's who I am. I'm the kilted prepper.
The kilted prepper. Katie says I keep tube gauze to put over gauze pads because they have adhesive allergies. Cool. Oh, my father was terrible with any kind of adhesive. That's good. Yeah. Excuse me.
What are some of your tips? What are some of the unusual things that maybe that you have? Have some of our ideas helped you or anything like that? I really, again, encourage create your own drugstore, create your own grocery store. If you're able and getting to that point, create your own bank and things. And so, start looking at things like that. But yeah. That's what you want to do, is just really stock up and have a really well made pantry with full of the cool stuff and everything that you need. And again, 3 is 2 rule, 2 is 1 rule. And just do all that.
We've had some really good suggestions tonight.
Yeah, no, they've been really good.
I'm still jealous of Michael. 100-count antibacterial wet wipes, 99 cents each, and he got 3 cases.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong with that, because they're not going to ever expire.
No, and since they're alcohol, I bet you can use those for fire starters too.
Oh, I bet you could,
if you need.
If you want to go outside and start a fire in your woods.
Yeah, if you wanted to. So, announcements or anything. If you're new here, we see a lot of folks here. I just want to thank you so much for joining us in the room. It's been a lot of fun here. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor and like, subscribe, and share, and then ring that little bell so you get notified when we post live or post new videos and everything. So bye, Heather. And
kisses.
So
she has to get back outside.
Okay. But do that. And then all of you who are a part of our wonderful community, we just thank you so much. It's super neat. We're seeing people like Heather and Grinch and Michael and so forth.
And I even know how the Grinch got his name.
Yeah. And so it's neat to start seeing everybody out there and having such a wonderful community of people and everything. So we just really thank you for doing that for us and everything.
And Katie's got a very good point. Katie said kid meds are still in shortage. That is very true.
Much so.
I was going to get some children's melatonin, was it? And I bought like one box. That was all they had.
Yeah.
And then her allergy things. It is really hard. Yeah. You're right, Katie.
So anytime I stock up, and in fact, if you look here, let's see, add the stream.
We have a little.
I have over here to the right hand side. I've got multiple boxes of allergy med, multiple boxes of
you can see the children's.
I got I got extras of everything for the kid, because children's meds have been so hard to find. And so anytime Walmart or Kroger's or something had them, and I just grab them all. And but yeah,
thank you, Holly.
Yeah, definitely.
Michael said he uses bananas to practice suturing.
Great idea.
That's a really good idea. Yeah. That would be like really tough skin.
Yeah, definitely.
And Cynthia, Holly, I thank you, Kilted, and Cynthia. It's my name, and Cynthia. In fact, I noticed our pastor doesn't always call me by my last name anymore. He'll say, if you need information, contact Cynthia.
Yeah. And Cynthia.
Honey for an antibacterial.
And I almost brought one of my jars out, and I was going to talk about it.
Really?
Honey is a great antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. And it does great on wounds.
It never expires, does it?
Never expires.
Never goes bad.
There's properties in honey that will cure the wound, makes it real sticky and everything. But it was a very common treatment way back in the olden days for burns and scrapes.
I did not know that.
Everything. But yeah, it's antiviral, antibacterial.
And I bet it wouldn't sting.
No, it doesn't sting. And if anything, you just sit there and lick it.
I was going to say the dogs would love that.
But yeah, honey is a great thing to have on hand. I almost brought a jar out, so that was going to be one of my.
He beat you to it.
Yeah,
much for that.
We each have 5 things, and so I never know what Cynthia's going to do, and she never knows what I'm going to do, and things. So, but yeah, honey's really, really good. Bert Hector McLean. Oh, say.
I think he changed his name, didn't he?
Good night here in Europe.
He's in Europe.
He's from Scotland.
Yeah.
He's Bonnie British.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you so much, folks. We really appreciate it. We got some really cool stuff coming up here soon. We've made a really big discovery, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but we're actually rather excited. And it's really helping with our preps, and we've
you got me curious.
Well, the other day, remember the deodorant?
Yes, he was Propagandaman McLean. Yeah, I thought you had changed it. So you go by Bert or Hector?
Bert Hector McLean.
McLean's a good Scottish name.
Yep. So
anyway, I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
But we got some great stuff coming up. We're super excited. We're working really hard at going more healthy. And so by growing our own food and everything, I mean, you saw my last video, I'm out there eating hostas.
Oh yeah.
Which were delicious, by the way.
Them.
And then, but we're really working, she's really working hard at removing toxic chemicals and all that other stuff. And then also with our daughter and things, we're concerned about, the chemical exposure to her and everything that's going on. It was rather interesting. I was watching a video that was just out on Whole Foods, and they did an expose on Whole Foods. You know how much of their organic stuff is not really organic? It's not really organic. It's all grown in China, and they'll have all this organic stuff, and it's not checked. They have some department or some organization that says but the organization itself has come out and said, hey, we've never even been to China to even check if it's organic. Yet Whole Foods is slapping organic on all this stuff and making a bunch of money and everything. And now they're part of Amazon and stuff. And then stinking Walmart back in the olden days, was all US made stuff. Now it's all Chinese made and everything.
When Ray Walton had it, that was what made Walmart special until he died. It was all American made products.
Yeah. So we're really looking into making some changes in our life and really trying to go chemical free and everything. But we've discovered an online shopping club, and it's pretty cool. But we're still kind of before I make a recommendation to anybody. I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with it, and I don't want to be, doing something dumb and it's, all of a sudden you go, hey man, the Kilted Prepper did this and everything. So we're doing our homework and everything. But so far we've been very, very impressed. So maybe next Saturday or something. No, next Saturday.
Next Saturday you won't be.
And then the following Saturday, we're going to be
in Ohio.
We'll be in Ohio too. So, but.
Katie said when she worked at a nursing home, they had a new wound care nurse that started using medical honey on bed sores, and it worked better and faster than prescriptions.
Yep.
Wow. I wouldn't. I didn't even know there was a medical honey.
Yeah. Which I don't know how.
I wonder, is that like
honey is sterile anyways.
That's interesting.
Or organic or some meta honey is the name of some. Interesting.
Yeah, and Katie says they like Tegaderm. Tegaderm is good. You put it directly on the wound.
Yeah,
lets it breathe and it's waterproof.
So
that's good.
There's a whole
Meta
bunch
honey is the name of some. Is it the name of some?
My dad.
Meta honey is the name of some my dad was using. Okay, so that's I had never heard of medical honey.
A good locally grown organic honey is what you need. And then also when you are buying honey, you do want to make sure it's really organic, make sure it's locally grown and all that, because a lot of stuff that's on the store shelves, you're just buying honey. Odds are it's just corn syrup. I mean, it's maybe 10% honey, the rest of it's corn syrup. And so a lot of times you can turn it over and look at it and see how long the bubble takes and all this other stuff. But if you're really going to get honey, really try to seek out your local beekeeper, support local business, which is another thing we're working hard on, is supporting our local businesses here. Another thing we're looking real hard on is buying American. And we're trying to alleviate ourselves from the cheap Chinese crap, because with everything going on with Taiwan, and
Dollar Tree is going to be out of business
basically days. Walmart, Dollar Tree, all these places that push Chinese stuff, either that's going to be super, super expensive, or it's just not going to be available. So what we are doing in our household is really focusing ways to buy American, buy American made, so that it's here. So if anything does go down with Taiwan and everything, we are already in the habit of purchasing American, because we want to support American. We want to make sure that we're getting rid of all these chemicals and everything that's not doing us any good. And then also we're working at buying local. So
and growing our own.
Definitely. So but we're committed to it, and we'll share our journey as we go and everything.
Katie said medical honey is usually Manuka honey.
Manuka, yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to Google that.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And the Grinch has bees. I am so jealous. Yeah. His honey comes from his bees. I would love to have bees.
I
want bees and I want chickens.
Yeah. So
maybe next year we can do bees and chickens.
Bees and chickens and stuff. Our garden, folks, I mean, if you've seen some of our videos on our gardens and everything, it's just been stinking raining here. I almost drowned my worms last night.
Yeah, a little worm farm we
bin got, I mean, it just was torrential. And
they made it the whole winter outside.
Yeah, they've been doing great and everything.
They're doing really good.
Rain comes along, and
you went to move, and it was like so heavy.
So I've been draining it out. Lots of worms are still alive and everything, so we didn't lose
a lot of worm. But tinkle.
I've got a lot of great worm fertilizer. OMG! So
I said, I want to put in my plants, and he's like, "No, we're going to use it on our food.
We're going to use it on our garden."
Flowers?
She's wanting for her flowers. Like, no,
my flowers.
It's going in the garden. So, but
bye, Hector. Take care.
Thank you, bud. But,
Bert Hector.
But yeah, unfortunately, most of the generic prescriptions also come from China. Yeah.
Yes.
So anything that you can learn that is more natural and so forth, because that's what we're doing, is we're really changing our buying habits here. And what's interesting is that we're finding that it's actually less expensive with inflation going on and everything. Walmart is getting ridiculous. And so Target, I mean, I don't even shop Target. I've refused Target, but
$100 tree.
I still, yeah, $100 tree, exactly. That's what it's going to be like if anything does happen and that balloon goes up. Man, yeah, it's definitely got to be the $100 tree. So
that's really funny.
But start making these habits now, because what you don't want to do is have all of a sudden SHTF happens and you're going, what the heck? And so by making these habits now and start doing these things now and start changing your buying patterns and so forth, start doing these things now, because, again, China, Taiwan, and all that is really heating up massively. We've got the whole Europe thing that's heating up massively. And so the more that we are able to keep it here at home, less chemicals, buy American and, so forth, it's,
And the reason I think I'm more the guinea pig than he is, I have, I saw that a couple of our gals have autoimmune issues. I have severe depression, and I also have migraines, horrible migraines. I have arthritis. I have inflammation. I mean, you name it, and I'm falling apart. But all these things, number one, are worse by my diet. So sugar is the first thing that I'm really, really trying to wean myself off of. And then I've decided anything that I put on my body, it's going to have to be all natural ingredients. I don't want any more chemicals. I don't even want the toothpaste that I'm using now has no chemicals in it. And our toilet bowl cleaner, all the things that I put my hands in. In fact, I'm not even washing my hands in public anymore. I'm carrying hand sanitizer that is all natural. And it's kind of an experiment because I have been so sick for so long with these things. And then I look at what have I been putting on my body? We're drinking filtered water. We're doing all the things that we know, trying to eat healthier. And so it's kind of an experiment. So we'll keep you guys up on that, but it feels good to know that the stuff I'm putting on me isn't pumping a bunch of chemicals into me.
We've had, it's a pretty cool, it's a factory direct store that we've discovered, and so we're pretty excited about it. But we'll report more on that down the road.
Metformin is made in India.
Really?
That's the diabetes.
Yeah. Metformin.
But then you have Teva. Teva is an Israeli company, and they have manufacturing plants here in the United States. So it just kind of depends on which medical company it is, pharmaceutical company.
And I showed that to you because I'm borderline type 2 and things. That's some of the things that I need to do is drop more weight, get in better shape, reduce some of the chemical intakes and all this other junk and everything, so that we can be living a better,
long enough to
healthier life.
Yeah, to raise Sarah.
Yeah.
So drop a frankincense oil on your thumb and press on the roof of your mouth will work wonders. Really, I have not heard that. You have frankincense,
yeah,
don't you?
I got some frankincense.
I have never heard that. I thought I'd heard everything.
Yeah, frankincense is being proven as a cancer killer or a cancer cure.
Really?
Oh, very much so. The medical journals just came out like a year and a half ago or 2 years, touting the positiveness of frankincense. And so
it was good enough for Jesus. I guess it's good enough for us.
Definitely.
And doggy kisses too.
Yeah. That's our little Daphne.
This is our little Daphne. I know you're so good girl.
Yeah. Hi, Daph.
She loves her daddy.
Yeah.
She is definitely a daddy's girl.
Come over here. So, she's gonna sit here and look.
My two boys are upstairs kenneled because they're the troublemakers.
So. But
anyway, what time is it? Oh, it's 7:04. We are over.
We're over 1 hour. So, but we just really appreciate you guys. Do me a favor again, if you're new here and everything,
thank you for watching,
subscribe, and share, and ring that little bell so that when you get notified. And then to our wonderful community, we just thank you, and we love you so much for coming there every same bat day, same bat channel. And
we really look forward to this. We start talking about it like tomorrow. We'll start talking about what are we going to do next Saturday.
Yeah.
So now we have this cool program. I can make my slides, and I have to do them in order though. After a couple of weeks ago, you didn't do them in order. It's like, well, I didn't know. Yeah. So it's been fun. It's fun. And we love all your suggestions. I didn't know a lot of this stuff.
great
Yeah.
suggestion.
I have to try that. You said you have frankincense?
Yeah, in my essential oils.
Okay, next time I have a real
I
good
have some
one
myrrh,
going.
yeah, I've
Okay,
got
we'll
everything.
try that.
Yeah.
I have never heard of that, but I'm
Yeah.
willing to try anything.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Holly. Hit the thumbs up.
Yep.
And then what I do is I will make this live and or put it out there, share this with folks, and then help us get some more subscribers and everything. And because we're working towards that 4,000 hour mark on YouTube,
Because they give us some perks or something when we
they
hit
give us a bunch of
4,000 hours.
perks and things. So I'm really working hard to get watch hours and everything. And by you guys sitting here and watching us for a whole hour really helps. So we really appreciate it.
It's fun for us.
Yeah. So you get to see here and us jibber jabber.
Yeah.
And watch Daphne and everything like that. So that's everything I can think of. AP Rudy is working on his A1C. Yep. I know.
Is he back? Wasn't he?
Rudy's
he
back.
Take a vacation for a while to clear?
He's dropping his A1Cs and everything still. So, but yeah, I've been in contact with Rudy on that as well. Just kind of sharing what I'm doing, but he's doing the same thing. It's the diet that we eat today that is creating diabetics.
It is.
It's a very carb heavy diet over these last 20, 30 years. And the results have been diabetes and more type 2.
How many children do you see?
I mean,
it used to be you go into Walmart and you'd see, the hefty women.
Yeah.
But now the hefty women have hefty children with them.
Obese kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's because they're sitting on their rear ends playing Nintendo all the time or whatever. But
I think Nintendo was a while back.
No, it's PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever.
But it's also our diets. We're pumping in all the carbs and
then all the junk
sugar
food and all that other junk. Here, you want to put her down?
No, I'll just hold her.
But yeah, so our diet has really gotten bad. And again, this is something that Cynthia and I are really working hard on this year is to really better our diet. Work hard at doing more organic or homegrown or whatever, and then
he's even eating my hostas.
alleviating the chemicals and
I'm
buying
really excited
American
about this.
and then also buying local. So it's interesting. So it's an interesting
I'm anxious
challenge.
for our farmers market to open.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of local honey there too.
Oh yeah, our honey's good.
Yeah, and he's been trying to give it to Sarah so that her allergies. Because the local honey it helps with the local allergies.
Local allergies. It's funny.
Your allergies here are different than they were in Texas.
But me and Sarah, when I'm feeling bad, she's feeling bad. We had the same allergies or something. So, but anything else, sweetheart? Oops, timber. Now you see our room.
Not yet. You can see our storage room now.
So that's my Wing Chun dummy.
Yeah,
that's all my clothes,
everything down here.
And that's my whiskey collection, my big screen TV.
that was Scooby that took that one down. Yeah.
So, but
so now you know.
Now you know.
You see our storage room.
Yeah, my office. So all my clothes back there. But I'm Raymond Mhor, Kilted Prepper.
And I'm Ann Cynthia.
And
this is Daph.
So
hello, Daphne. Daphne Doo-Doo. And guess how she got her name?
Yeah. We'll name that next week.
Yeah.
So we'll see you. Goodbye. God bless. And Kilted.